Hey everybody, I'm standing here in the pantry, and this outlet behind me here, whoops, right here, is on the way to the master bathroom. I got informed by the inspector I can't do that. Bathrooms have to be on an individual circuit. So I guess I'm going to have to do some rewiring. I've got two different here. That one right there, and down the way here a little farther, one right there, and they're both on the same circuit with the master bath, which is on the other side of this stud wall here, where all that insulation is stacked. So to make that a dedicated circuit, I've got to change these over to get them out of that circuit, I should say, and I can hook them into a different circuit. Probably what I'll do is go down and drill through the floor down here, come across under the floor, and back up over here and hook it into circuit number 16 over here with this one. That will work, and then what I have to do is run a new wire from the sub panel here on down to the first one in the bathroom area here, and the rest of them will feed off of that. Game plan for today. Hey, while we're at the beginning of this video, if you guys like this kind of stuff, smash that thumbs up button for me, and subscribe if you're not already, and tell your friends about it. Hey, enjoy the rest of the video. I'll get busy now. Okay guys, I know I didn't drill perpendicular to the board here, but since I'm moving this box around the corner, it's going to shorten the wire just a little bit. So I'll have to set the box slightly higher than the 18 inches that I like to go to the top. So it'll set slightly higher. But if I go through this wall at an angle and this wall at an angle instead of straight through, it'll actually give me just a little bit more wire at the end than if I go straight through in 90 degrees. Because what I'll do is I'll come through up here at a little bit of angle, and I'll slant across to this one, which slants down there. And anytime you go on a diagonal, you can go a greater distance than a 90 degree. You know what I mean? So that's going to save me from having to move that box uphill as much. And I probably have a little bit more wire on here than I need. So, you know, if I lose just a little bit, I can still hook it up over there. It'll get me close to the same height that way. So now I got to pull these staples out of here, drill a hole up through here on an angle, come down through there. It'll all be good in a few minutes. And I already checked for power. The breaker is shut off, which is a good thing. There, now I can drill a hole through here. Okay, now take that wire there. We will go down through here, and then down through there. let's see, we want about probably that much hanging out over there. Oh, look at that. Right there is my 18 inches of height. I can still do it and have plenty of wire hanging out. So, right there is the correct height that I thought I might not be able to reach, but I can. Between the little extra wire I had and going through the holes on an angle, all worked out. What do you say on the A-Team? I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, that one's legal now. Now I got to change the feed to this circuit so that it only powers the bathroom, and I'll have to get a different feed to the two boxes in the pantry over there. Hardest part about this is that I've got the ground wires all tied together and crimped. So now I got to undo that. Okay, now this one coming out of here has to come out because it goes from a bathroom outlet to a pantry outlet. So that pantry is going to have to be sourced from somewhere else other than this. This one has to come out, but I have to undo black wires and figure out which ground wires I've cut and everything like that. It's all a pain in the butt, but it's all self-inflicted because I didn't take the time to get to know the code book. Thought I was fine just catching a couple of other outlets on my way to the bathroom, on the way to the power on the way to the bathroom circuit. Gotta straighten out some of these kinks on here. Okay, guys, we are inside the pantry now. Look out, Bailey Kitty. Look out. So I'm going to keep the same wire that is R2 circuit right now. I'm going to keep that wire coming from the box from the sub panel, but I have to pull this wire coming out of it because this wire coming out of it and going across actually feeds an outlet in the bathroom. So I'm going to leave this wire feeding here, but I'm going to unhook it in the sub panel over here and hook it into a new breaker that will be R10. So on right hand side, right hand panel number 10. So this will change to R10. The other one in pantry here will change to R10. Now run a new wire hooked up to that R2, new supply coming across to the first outlet in the bathroom. That's how we'll work around that. Again, I will need my headlight on before I can get that crimp collar off of there because it's kind of dark back in there, but I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Whoops. See that ground wire there? It's got the crimp collar and everything on it. That's going to have to come off of there and recrimp another ground wire into it after I get it run. This top double breaker in this panel feeds this panel. So I'm going to go ahead and shut that one right off because I want to take this cover off. I don't want any juice into this panel. So right now that juice is shut off, transfers power over here. This whole panel is safe now. So I'm going to put a new 20 amp breaker right down here in R10. I call it R10, like I said, because right hand side. I'll probably write something up here. Panel R, panel L, maybe something like that. Just, leave yourself as many labels and as much clarity as you can so that no matter what you're doing, it helps keep you from getting things mixed up, thinking something's off when it's on when it's off, whatever. Clear, unique instructions, and it doesn't hurt to have a little redundancy, have them labeled in more than one place. Just like I say, just be as clear as you can with things so you don't end up getting a poke later. There, okay. Now, that one goes down here into the number 10 slot, like so. There. Okay, that was in the number 10 slot. I got to break out a new tab on here. Oops. There, that's broke out. Okay, I just got the crimp collar off this one. This one wasn't as bad. I could actually see back in there. Now I'll need a longer wire to replace this one with. This is now going to be R10. I can change that label there. R10. No longer R2. I'm able to use up some of the drops I had left over. That's always nice. There we go. Backhanded hammering there. Okay. I think I'll cut that one off. Strip the ends, put some caps over them, and call it a night. Hey everybody, most of this video was filmed a couple weeks ago. Hold the things here. I was working on wiring here, as you already know, and it got really cold out. So I switched over to installing more insulation, trying to maintain a little bit more of the heat within the envelope of the house, so that when Judy's working downstairs, she can be warmer down there. It might help slightly up here, but for the most part, there's still a whole lot of open area. So whenever we're up here at the house working, yeah, downstairs isn't too bad, upstairs is cold. But today I'm back on electrical. The electrical inspector gave us some instructions on things he wanted changed, and this master bathroom was one of them. In fact, every bathroom in the house he wants to have a dedicated circuit, which my guess right now is none of them are. So I have to go through and check all of them, make sure I don't have any wires running to a circuit on its way to that bathroom, because if it does, then I've got to reroute things. Right now, I'm just going to get this one here finished up so that the master bathroom is on a dedicated circuit, and the other ones that were hooked to it are hooked to something different now. So, you've already watched the first part of the video by this time. I'm going to get back at it. Kind of hop around a little bit, but, you know, from project to project, but that's just the way it is around here. There's so much to do that I just got to do whatever seems to be the right thing at the right time. Let's get at it. Okay guys, I don't remember exactly what I told you in those videos that I took a couple weeks ago, but we're in the master bath right now. It's gonna be a pocket door right here going through into the master closet. Like I said, this is master bath. You can see the two shower heads on the wall there. And I did already move this outlet. This outlet used to be around the corner over here in the closet. Moved it around here, so it's in the master bath now. So that can be on the same circuit with the rest of this stuff. We've got an outlet here and here. This one in the middle in the pantry used to be on that same circuit. It's not anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and put me an outlet in here, outlet in there, or just twist the wires together. Probably at least put an outlet in one of them, just so there's more outlets to work with on the house in here. And down here, later on, I'm probably going to run another wire from here down and over and put an outlet on that styrofoam wall there down low. Excuse me. So we have one between the shower and the toilet. Will be over in this corner over here, kind of. So we'll probably have one underneath that window there. Maybe. I don't know. That's a possibility. I'm not certain yet. But meanwhile, I'm going to get busy, get these hooked up here so that the inspector can come in here and say, aha, you did what I told you to. Okay, finally. Whew. Man, oh man. Sometimes you just have a hard time with something that should be simple. Hey guys, I got to show you something. Got two different 15 amp outlets here, and I bought some of each unknowingly. I bought some on one trip to the store and some on another trip to the store, and realized something. If you look at these, they're both 15 amps. They both have two yellow screws for the black wires, two silver screws for the white wires. But on this one here, you can wrap a little hook around there. You can fit one wire here, one wire here, one white wire, one white wire. Same thing here, one black wire, one black wire. You have to make a hook around them. This kind here, I don't know if you can tell or not, but they have little brass plates under the screw. You can loosen the screw up and you can stick a wire in on this side and a wire on this side. And you can stick another, so you can put a white wire in this hole and this hole, and white wire in this hole and this hole. Tighten those on, you can fit up to 4 wires right there, 2 wires per screw. You just stick them in under the brass plate, tighten up on them. Same thing on the other side, 4 black wires. I didn't realize that before, but I learned as I was putting them in some of the different places around here that it does make a difference on what you got going into the box. This box here behind me, I've got 3 Romexes coming in there. So I've got 3 whites, 3 blacks. I got the 3 grounds already tied together. So I can put 2 whites under one screw, another white under the other screw. Same thing here, 2 blacks, 1 black, without having to twist an extra wire in there or anything, which I used to have to do if I was using these. So I've been using these when I have more than 2 pieces of Romex coming into a box. These, if I just have just a single Romex or one coming in, one going out, just 2 Romex into the box, I can use these. Okay, that one's done. Move over to the next one. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, we got this part of the rewiring done for the inspector. I'm gonna have to move on to the other bathrooms another day. Fingers are froze. Time to go downstairs. This part's done, and hang in there with us. Come on back for the next one. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it a bunch. And if you did like it, please smash that thumbs up button and share them with a friend. Thank you much. Bye now.